Yep, Chiro and Gav are here from Overdrive TV. Yes, they have been conferring the brain's trust. I've been watching the thoughts transfer between their brains like osmosis. Joystick versus a steering wheel. Why would we want to put a joystick in an compressed air-driven car, do you think?
It's pretty cool, actually, and I mean, you know, they were spot on. Basically, it's much easier to manufacture.
Well done,
so you don't have to, you know, a steering wheel needs an arm, which has to go all the way through the car, and there's lots of bits and elbows and knuckles and things, but a joystick just needs a wire, really, and that's it.
There we go. And it
there you have it, and some servos.
More like the Starship Enterprise.
I think.
Gentlemen, a very good morning. Welcome. Of course, we've got some new cars on the horizon, not quite on the concept level as the air-driven car, but of course, Range Rover, a name we all know and love, are back with a brand new attack.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, the transfer window, as you might know, for the Premier League is closing soon, but the players have got their eyes on another deadline because they have to get their orders in for the 2013 Range Rover. Otherwise, you're going to be hugely unpopular at the training ground if you drive the old Range Rover. So
the new one borrows much from the Evoque, which is the one that Victoria Beckham helped design, actually.
Just very feminine themed this morning.
And I think it's all the better for it, actually.
It is absolutely beautiful. It really is. So if you do live in the UK, you're going to be seeing your local gum tree being flooded with second-hand Range Rovers at a steal.
It looks like this one has been designed for the city, for the Victoria Beckhams out there.
It is, yeah, it's absolutely, and it's kept the classic Range Rover shape. I know the original Range Rover was actually put up in the Louvre for a while in Paris as an example of modern art, of modern sculpture. So it's got a lot to live up to in its beauty bloodline, and this really does it.
So the new one will be much faster as well. It's going to be made entirely out of aluminium, which saves 420 kgs, which is the scientific weight of a boy band and its management team, actually.
Or one judo wrestler from Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Now, Hyundai making the headlines for breaking the record.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
You know, it's so tough for us to sit here and describe the scale and the craziness that is the Pikes Peak hill climb.
Yeah, for those of you, when you get to work or after the segment, go and type in climb dance into your computers.
Not clown dance.
Yeah,
clown dance.
You don't want to watch clown dance.
The rest of the weekend.
It's disturbing, yeah. But yeah, honestly, that will explain to you how frightening Pikes Peak is more than if Chiro and I sat here and spoke to you for an hour. It is a hill climb, and it's unbelievable.
So this legendary mountain in Colorado has been challenging maniacs from around the world who come and try and drive up it as fast as possible, basically. It's a 25-kilometer gravelly course, actually now being completely tarred, and some legendary names have rocketed up there, showing off some incredible driving skills, but it also leads to some of the world's most spectacular accidents, which was
Devon.
Do you know what? I think, you know, actions speak louder than words in this case. Let's have a look here.
Roll the clip.
Whoa. That's kind of like an air-powered car right there.
Yes, it is.
So that unfortunate driver is Mr. Jeremy Foley, who crashed at 14,000 foot above sea level.
How is Mr. Jeremy Foley?
He actually walked away unhurt, mainly because of
wait for it.
mainly because of the roll cage, which becomes visible about now.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that's left there. Now, I suppose this begs the question, why do they allow people to do this? I mean...
Well, that's a very good question, Graham, and it's one that I can't answer.
No, I personally wouldn't try.
Why do men do anything stupid?
Exactly. It's just because it's there, I suppose. Anyway, Hyundai isn't a name that's associated with Pikes Peak until now. They have just set a new record with the driver Reese Millen in a Genesis Coupe, which was a car we don't get here in South Africa.
Sadly, yeah, we don't get that car here. It's a fantastic car.
I mean, look, it looks nothing like the road car, the one that went up Pikes Peak. But you put it in perspective, 9 minutes, 46 seconds, up 25 kilometers of corners, going uphill.
What would you do it in? What car would you choose?
Not a Hyundai Sonata.
Something from Subaru, I think I'd go for. That would be my...
I would actually probably like to do it in that air car, because it only does 7 k's an hour. And it's a bubble.
Just grab your joysticks and you're on your way. Now,
yes, moving on.
A tough act to follow. That's the Opel Meriva, and Opel have just been going, oh my word. Tell us a little bit about Opel's new release.
Well, it is very safe, the new Opel Meriva, but I kind of feel sorry for Opel because they're under the wing of ailing giant General Motors, and you get the feeling that if they were with anyone else, if they're independent, they'd be doing really well, but because they make such wonderful cars. But unfortunately, in this day and age, making good cars as a car company just isn't good enough. So
a production line.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the problem actually is that Opel's trying to make cars like Volkswagen, and they're largely succeeding. Every Opel I've driven, I've really liked. But the problem is that Volkswagen Volkswagen is kind of also there, making the same cars. So, you know, what I would do if I was Opel, and car manufacturers sometimes listen to us, but I would just go slightly crazy. Go back to your old Super Boss days.
I was going to say, man, have we moved away from that? It's the key to their success.
Well, what's great about this is they still just put the word turbo on the back, which, as we all know, makes any car automatically cooler and faster.
Yeah.
So, and I know that out there is a huge VW Opel kind of turf war going on. It's been going back to the days of the old Group N production motor car racing. So if you're an Opel acolyte and you're out there and you're expecting kids or you're looking for a new family runaround, go buy the Meriva, because it's different. The doors at the back open the wrong way, so you can just scoop the kids up without having to slow down too much. It really is a fantastic car. Yeah.
It's a really cool party trick, actually, that whole backwards suicide door thing. It's really cool.
You've got to have a gimmick. No, but it sounds like a solid release, guys. Thank you so much. What an exciting show today, man.
That was,
you got to be throwing 4x4s off a mountain the next time you come in, gents. Thank you very much. Look forward to having you back next week. And that airs our Overdrive TV, kicking it into Overdrive. No air-powered cars this morning. Sorry, guys.